This tutorial is brought to you by FreeSWITCH Solutions. Get the FreeSWITCH advantage. Welcome back to another tutorial of FreeSWITCH with Fred. My name is Fred Mutesa, and this time round I'm going to be showing you how to configure call detail records in FreeSWITCH. If you've been following my videos, we've learned how to make calls. Of course, we looked at internal calls, incoming and outgoing calls, and then we saw how to do the routing and all that stuff. But of course, if you've routed these calls and you're calling people, you're enjoying talking to others, somebody else from the finance department or somebody else from the administration department will want to know how many calls are being made, who is answering their phones and who is not answering their phones, who is actually talking too much on the phone, who is spending the company's money, and all these things FreeSWITCH can really handle because it can keep records of all the calls that are made. By default, FreeSWITCH saves these records in a CSV file, that is a comma-separated text file, and these values, every single line represents one call. You can keep more details using the XML method or using the XML method that helps you keep more details about the call, or you can actually save this data in a database. For example, you can use MySQL or Postgres. I will split this video into two videos. The first video, I'll be showing you how to enable CSV, how to check your records in CSV, because that's where FreeSWITCH saves this by default. And then I'll be showing you how to enable FreeSWITCH to save XML data. And then in the next video, or in the second part, I'll be showing you how to configure FreeSWITCH to save these details in a Postgres database. And I think with that knowledge, you'll be able to give you enough knowledge to configure FreeSWITCH to save records on any other platform like Oracle, MongoDB, CoachDB, all this stuff you'll be able to do. But I'll be showing you the basics that FreeSWITCH supports by default. We are going to use the tail-f command to see CDR records being recorded in real time. I'll make a phone call using Zoiper, and then after that call ends, we shall be seeing a record that is being sent to the master CSV file. There we go. Now, I will also explain the meaning of all these fields. These fields are created based on a template that is defined in the CSV configuration file in auto configuration folder. When you check this file, of course, we see that we're using the example template, and then this example template, of course, is defined here below in that same file. So every field is recorded in the master CSV file, and I will do an illustration here in a more clear way to show you what actually happens. You also see that there is a master file only. That means FreeSWITCH is recording to only one file, and it's recording only the air leg. Now, I've pulled out both sections. I have a section of the template and a sample of the CDR record that represents one call leg. And of course, the first field would be the caller ID, and the second field would be the caller ID number, and then the destination number, and so on. Context, start stamp, and then until the codex. Let's jump in on the FreeSWITCH console and check if the modules exist. Of course, the best way to check if a module exists, you use module_exist command and then the module name to see if the module exists. But by default, the mod CDR CSV file or module exists. Now, I want to enable the XML configuration processing, or the XML CDR processing. Of course, since it's not loaded by default, we need to check the modules folder or the file. You uncomment and make sure that the module is loaded or is uncommented in that file. That is mod XML CDR. Then you go back to the console and reload either you check if it exists, or you reload the file. Go ahead and reload the XML CDR module. Of course, it's loaded successfully, and after it's been loaded successfully, you just go ahead and make another call, and that call will be saved. We shall be seeing more details for that particular call that you have made. Now let's jump into the folder. It's under log directory under XML_CDR, and then you see that there are more files. For every call, every file represents one call for the XML method. So I will look into one file to see what actually is there. Oh yes, so we see a lot of data, and all this data is actually for one call leg. So it shows you what happened with the call. You see the username, the IP, the SIP registration, who made the call, which domain they used. It's a lot of information with XML. And of course, enterprise logging, most people are interested, or most companies, or most scenarios, we use XML logging. It's quite a lot of information that is logged in here. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. If you want to advance your knowledge in FreeSWITCH, check out our website for the best training offers, or you can meet us at the ClueCon conference in Illinois, Chicago.